Hey, what's up, everybody? This is going to be another Jund League, but this one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be Jund Shadow. I card for card copied the Reid list that he used to great success on Magic Online through a few leagues about a week ago, and I just want to see what it can do in my hands. And not really much else. I just want to see how the deck performs. Um, Usually, I show the metagame breakdown with the purpose of outlining why I've made certain deck building decisions. But since I just copied this list, there aren't any decisions that I have to explain. That said, I will still show the meta because it's pretty much just my tradition at this point, just so we know what we're gonna expect. Not much has changed since yesterday. Jund fell one more spot, as it seems to do every single day now. And then we still got all of our prowess and burn decks up at the top, joined by various sword decks like Stoneblade and Uro piles, along with Tron, Goblins, and this ugly Tron thing right here. So that is the expected metagame. And again, I don't really have anything to explain in terms of card choice in the deck because this is just a one-for-one copy. I straight just ripped it off of the YouTube channel, and I just want to see how I can do with it. So without further ado, let us jump into the league. Pretty excited to see how this thing handles. So we've got 5 shocklands, just doing a bit of personal study real fast. 5 shocklands, 2 red spells, 3 if you count Seal of Fire, which I guess you should. And then 6 green cards, 9 green cards, so it looks like Overgrown Tomb is going to be most important. Followed by Blood Crypt. We don't have turn 1 hand disruption, but we've got a Street Wraith and a decent number of threats. So I don't think this is a ship ever. And immediately we're faced by Tron again. Tron was my round 1 last night too. Alright, Thoughtseize was an excellent draw though. So I think I'm okay not drawing any more lands, so I'll fetch Shock a Blood Crypt first. I've already got an Overgrown Tomb, so I think this should be a Blood Crypt. And then I guess I should Street Wraith. So I actually, I'm pretty sure I should Street Wraith first, because if I draw a Mishra's Bauble, I can have one more card's worth of information to impact this decision. Thoughtseize is another really good draw though, because next turn I can shock Thoughtseize and then play a Shadow. So it does look like they're just regular old Tron. So I think I'm supposed to just take the payoffs here. The Walking Ballista can get really, really big on account of them having Tron. They can have a 3/3 Ballista on turn 2. Oh, sorry, turn 3. But I can't really beat the Karn or the Ugin as is. So I think I'm just going to have to take these big payoffs and hope they don't draw more of them. I guess Karn comes down first, and then I can plan on taking Ugin next turn. What's up, James? Doing well. We're trying out some Jund Shadow. I don't know if you caught the stream title. But round 1, of course, we hit Tron again. We've got a pretty solid hand, though, so if we can avoid lots of payoffs, we should do okay. Alright, well, Dismember is a way to take care of Walking Ballista, however awkwardly. So I think I'm just supposed to Thoughtseize again. I can shock in a Shadow. That would make Shadow a 4/4, which means it does not die to Walking Ballista, and then we can Dismember the Ballista, paying some amount of life. Why Shadow today? Just felt like switching it up. Alright, so they did just get a redraw. I'll take the Ugin. And then let's play a 4/4. Yeah. So again, they can play a 3/3 Walking Ballista that does not kill our shadow, however. We can pay as much as 4 life, going down to 5. Their Ballista could shoot us down to 2. Oh, that's a good draw. Huh. Really good draw. We do have a Temur Battle Rage, though. Alright, that's one way to handle it. Right, and of course all of their spheres cost 2 less, so they're all just going to be free. Jeez. Ugin the Ineffable was a pretty incredible draw. Granted, any payoff would have been pretty good here, except for Ugin, but even Ugin just comes down next turn and wrecks me. Ulamog, jeez. Alright, so if they have another tower, they can just Ulamog me. And then Ballista for 1 because it costs 1 less. Yep. Makes some sense. So we're leaning kind of hard on this Tarmogoyf. So this Ballista is gone now. So Fetch, Shocking, Dismembering, and Tarmogoyfing means we're taking 7. They can ping us down to 1. Then we're on the back foot to all of the Ugin creatures. Yeah, this is not looking good. We don't even have Delirium yet to traverse with. Yeah. If the opponent drew something like a land instead of this Ugin, I think we're in a pretty great spot. But as it is, not liking how it's going. Like, even if they don't draw spells, they can just pump stuff into the Ballista. I mean, from this position, though, the way we win is with the Temur Battle Rage. Okay, or not. They've just done pretty incredibly. I'm just looking at what I could traverse for real fast. Laris isn't going to do anything impactful. Don't think Grimflayer is going to do anything impactful. I don't think I have any outs at this point. They've just drawn too hot. So there's not yet instant in the graveyard, so adding Fatal Push makes Goyf a 6/7. Which does outsize a Worm Coil. Combining it with Battle Rage might mean that our Goyf gets to live, but then they'll still have a 3/3 Death Touch left over, which the Dismember can take care of. But then I'm just dead to their other creatures. So let's think. If I Fatal Push their Walking Ballista, they'll shoot me down to 7. I can then attack with Tarmogoyf, Temur Battle Rage, but then they don't even have to block, and then I'm just dead to all their creatures. Yeah, I'm fairly confident I'm just dead here. I could Fatal Push, add instant, traverse for a shadow, play a shadow. I could take 6, but then I die to the Walking Ballista. Well, no, I won't because I'll be Fatal Pushing. Alright, so I think that's the out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Fatal Push the Walking Ballista, which I'm assuming will have me getting put to 7. Then I can traverse for a shadow. And then if they attack with Worm Coil, I think I'm just going to take it and make a 12/12. Hello? Hi, I'm recording and streaming. That works too. Love you, bye. Yeah, I agree. The spot is not looking great here. Also, like any lands from the opponent means they're casting Ulamog, because remember it costs 2 less. Alright, I'll go to 1. Shadow's big. Ballista. Alright, so what you're telling me is nothing ever mattered. I think the line that I took was probably the best one that I could manage. But like I said, like the opponent just drew way too hot. Alright, so Damping Sphere gonna be great versus natural Tron versus original Tron, not Eldrazi Tron. Same with Fulminator. And then for those who may be wondering, I assume that Fulminator is the better card in this particular deck over Pillage, because even though this gets Veil of Summered, we can traverse for a Fulminator Mage. So playing 1 Fulminator Mage is kind of like playing 4, because we have 3 traverses. Additionally, we can buy it back with things like Kolaghan's Command, which is also just good against artifacts. Ashiok might be better than Dismember. It might be a good thing to have an out to killing a Walking Ballista. Although I did bring in Kolaghan's Command and I have Abrupt Decay. Ashiok stopping searching isn't nothing. My dog's going crazy. He hears someone outside. What is it, bud? Come here, come here, come here. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Please don't blow my mic out like last time. No. Alright, I'm gonna preemptively turn off my mic real fast. Check. Did that work? I think that worked. Can you hear me now? It looks like it's working now. Cool. Okay, so I guess for whatever reason, when I unplugged the mic, here, I'll show you real fast. So here's my OBS. I'm going to enter the infinite a little bit here. So I went to settings. Just now I went to settings, and I went to audio, and for whatever reason, it had reset all of this to disabled. So I just had to flip it all back on. And now I think we're good. The good news is if that problem ever comes up again, I'll know what it is. Sweet. Thanks to the people who stuck around while I had those technical issues. Appreciate it. Alright, so let's get back into this. Yeah, I'm just glad I figured it out. It was definitely a pain in the butt. Does my audio sound staticky or metallic at all? Because I know sometimes that could become an issue with something like this. Alright, so I think this is a keep. We've got Peatland to traverse for another land if we really need it. We've also got a couple of we got one redraw. Like, this hand's really nutty with any second land. So I think I'll just go ahead and cycle first. What if I did it again? Please not burn, right? Alright, well, the Goblin King is playing Goblins. Surprise, surprise. Alright, so land would be amazing. Not a land. Alright, so I think I'm just going to traverse for Swamp and then cast Inquisition. I could play a 1/1 Shadow, but then they can just Munitions Expert it. I think noise reduction has always been enabled. It's possible that it's working better now for some reason, but I would not know the reason. Yeah. Oh, and there's our lands. That's nice. Alright, so Blood Crypt's kind of the perfect draw, because now we get to deploy 2 threats. And our Shadow will even be a 4/4. I'll make sure to pay off of the... actually, that was almost bad. I need to cast the Tarmogoyf off of the green land, right? Because that's how green mana costs work. Sweet. Alright, so we're in this game. Unfortunately, we're still kind of far off of Delirium for the Traverse. Alright, and Unclaimed Territory was a card I did not know about. So it's these 4 plus 1. Not ideal. I could sack the Peatland, but then I don't have green anymore. Let me just attack. Don't think I'm traversing just to get basic forest, but I will pay 1 life to do 1 more damage, I think. This is actually 7. Paying 1 life doesn't really change the clock at all. Assuming both my creatures live, they're dead in 3 attacks. Does it change the math with Temur Battle Rage? This would be an attack for 8, and then next turn this can attack for 12, which means if they kill Goyf, they're still dead. Or if they put something in front of Goyf, they're still dead. That taken into account, I think I will just lose a life. Like this can attack me for 2, but that's okay. Don't think I'm going to Battle Rage now and next turn. I'll just hold the Battle Rages. So if they Ringleader, they die. If they Sling Gang, they die because of Temur Battle Rage. Because again, this will be a 6/6. It'll get in for 12 trample damage. If they put like one Goblin from Sling Gang on the Goyf, and then the other two on here, they'll be taking 9. So I guess they're not technically dead. But they'd have to make that exact play to not be dead. They wouldn't be able to sack any of the Goblins to drain me because then they would just be dead. Yeah, but depending on how fast this league finishes up, I may just end up stopping the recording and starting a new one. Seal is a nice one, but I can't cast it and Battle Rage, so I think I'll just go to attack. Is there a world where I end up dying? So this will be 12. So let's say I put a Goblin in front of here. This will be attacking for 12, which means that they don't die to Temur Battle Rage, because they'll take 11. And they'll have a Sling Gang left over, but I think that's okay. Is what due to an issue? I'll be back in about 15 seconds. Alright, so they die. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm still gonna finish this league, and I'll upload that as a video. But I might start a new league, so like a total of 10 matches. Yeah, I mean, this recording is only a half an hour long so far, even including the issue. So I think we'll have an okay length to just continue uploading this one. Alright, so Gobos. Let's bring in our tutorable one-sided board wipe. I think I want Brutality because it's just another card that kills something. Don't think I want Kolaghan's Command. It's a bit expensive. They're not playing any hand disruption as far as I know, so I don't think I'll play Veils. They may be bringing in some number of removal spells, but I don't think I'll board in Veil until I know that's happening. Alright, so what do I take out now? It's possible I should be sideboarding so I can Companion Lurrus. All I have to do for that is take out Street Race. I guess I wouldn't be able to play the Plague Engineer, so I guess I'm not doing that. This Plague Engineer is probably too good to traverse for. I'm not very versed in sideboarding for this deck yet, so it may take me an extra minute. Don't think I'm cutting any threats. Don't think I'm cutting any removal. I guess Cling to Dust probably doesn't do a whole lot. It will do a whole lot if their combo is involving the persist creatures, but I didn't see that yet. I also didn't see any green mana, which they usually play for the Grumgully. I think I want the artifacts to enable my traverses, so getting my Plague Engineer is easier. Maybe I just cut a Thoughtseize. Or I'm playing Shadow, so I suppose Inquisition's probably better to cut, and they play lots of powerful 4s. I'll give this a go. Yikes. I mean, I've got to redraw, but if I don't hit exactly lands, I can't do anything. This is significantly better. Probably just bought him a bauble. Alright, so let's hope this game goes much better than the last one. Well, I guess the last one was fine, but I meant like last match. Alright, so let's look at Overgrown Tomb, and I'll cast the Thoughtseize. Alright, so they actually do have the green mana, we just didn't see any of it. Honestly, I think Putrid Goblin is probably the most annoying card. It's also their only 2 mana play, so I'll just take that. Shadow's good. So shocking and Thoughtseizing means I'm going down to 11, which means Shadow is a 2/2. So that seems good. Let's start with the Thoughtseize. Alright, so they did draw the land. I guess I just don't want them searching for the thing that will help them combo. I'm kind of okay if they get a Grumgully into play. Also, it's legendary, so I think I'll just take the Matron. Alright, and then I'll play a 2/2. So the ideal draw next turn is going to be Fetch Land, because that will enable Revolt for me to kill whatever they play, and also grow my shadows. So a Fetch Land would be great. Not a Fetch Land. So at a minimum, this is taking the second Grumgully. I'm not traversing here. I guess all my other spells are black, so depending on what I see, maybe there's a chance I do. So I can play second Shadow here, but them playing a Murderous Swordcap means that they'll get to do 2 damage to it. But I mean, they'll have to do that to the other Shadow anyway, so maybe I should just traverse for Swamp. Although, maybe I should just pass, because if they Murderous Swordcap my Shadow, that will enable Revolt and let me kill the Grumgully. So I don't think I want to get basic Forest here. Or basic Swamp here, I'll just pass. So if they kill the shadow here, that will be my revolt. And then I think I'll actually take the 3 here, so my shadow is a 5/5. And now we've even got Traverse available. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Traverse for a Plague Engineer. I'll still need a land to play it. No matter what, my worst play is a 5/5. So let's just Traverse first. I could get another shadow here and just apply maximum pressure on board. But I mean, I've got a 2-mana play anyway, so maybe I should just get the hate card in Plague Engineer. I think I will. So if I hit a land next turn, I can Plague Engineer, and if I don't, I'll Tarmogoyf. Like, getting another shadow here doesn't let me deploy threats any faster. Alright, well, I'm glad I traversed, because it was about to be not very good. Legion's End, huh? Jeez. Well, I don't have another one. That also makes me very happy I didn't traverse for a shadow, right? Unfortunately, this relic is going to make my Goyf look really silly. I guess I just go to 3 here. Not great. That's not great either. So I'm in chump block mode now. Funny enough, if I draw a Death Shadow here, it will be big enough to combo with Temur Battle Rage to hopefully kill them. So here goes Relic probably. Shadow? Alright, well that puts me down to 1, and then Red Cap comes back and just pings me, so I do just die. So now that we saw that their combo is graveyard oriented, which I should have suspected, Spellbomb's looking really fine. Possible on the play, I want the Inquisition back. I could try to Companion Laris, but I think that being able to traverse for a Plague Engineer is probably too good for us. Maybe Grimflayer is just a redundant threat that I don't need. I definitely think I want Battle Rages. On the play, it's possible that I should be shaving the Brutalities back out. Like, it's a card that just kills something, but I think I'm going to be trying to put the pressure on them since I'm on the play. This is a cut 1 currently. Maybe it's just like 1 Street Wraith. I think I really want the artifacts to make sure that I can traverse for things like Plague Engineer and Luris. I don't think I want to trim a Battle Rage, because I am probably going to want one to push lethal. I'll try cutting just 1 Street Wraith. Cling to Dust also a consideration for disrupting their combo, but I brought in Spell Bombs for that. Sounds good. It's not great, but it's pretty serviceable. I'm going to get Overgrown Tomb now, and Shock in Blood Crypt next turn, so that way I can hold the Fatal Push for Revolt. It makes my Shadow slightly less big, slightly less fast. But that may be worth it for holding up Revolt for like a Grumgully or something. Or I could just push that. Alright, well now I get to fetch Shock anyway. I'll probably just get second Blood Crypt and deploy a Tarmogoyf. It'll be a 1-2, which is kind of awkward. They could they could flash in a Munitions Expert and kill the Tarmogoyf. If that's really the play, I could sacrifice Spell Bomb to save it, adding Artifact. But I would really like the Spell Bomb to defend versus the combo. Alright, I'm just gonna play the Goyf out here. Luckily, there's only one of those. They just don't even want to attack. That's funny. So I get to fetch Shock down to 11, which means I have a 2-2. So it'd still die to a Munitions Expert. That also takes down Revolt. I can regain it with a Spell Bomb. Don't think I want to put a 1-1 into play. Probably wanted to be a 2-2, although I don't know that the size difference matters that much. I've got 2 Spell Bombs, so I'm like gonna have Revolt when I want it, almost definitely. I'll hold up this Spell Bomb for Revolt this turn. Don't really think playing a second one does a whole lot right now. They don't know about Spellbomb too. The second one, I mean. So maybe they play in a way that makes me want to pop the Spellbomb, and it inconveniences them when they find the second Spellbomb. Red capping. I mean, that kills Shadow again, right? Annoying. I mean, at least we got a Skirk Prospector out of it. I could sack Spellbomb in response. See if I hit a Street Wraith. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this resolve. I'm going to let them target my thing. I'm going to sacrifice this, targeting them. And then in response to the triggers... Oh, I did that wrong, right? I messed it up anyway. Yeah, I'm stupid. I mean, the Street Wraith still protects it. Yeah, I was thinking that this happened in a different order. Just another Shadow. Okay. So that'll die. So now we have Revolt. This will come back as a 1/1. It'll hit us for 1, put us to 10, which means our Shadow will be a 3/3. And we do have Delirium. That means we can get Plague Engineer. This even insulates itself versus future Murderous Red Caps, because when it deals damage equal to its power, it'll just be a 1/1. Fatal Push was good. I think that means I can attack with Plague Engineer. They'll probably be enticed to double block, and then I can just push one. They might just not block because this is so suspicious. Yeah. Wouldn't that be the bluff of the century? No, you're not a fan of the Shadow decks? They're definitely different. They definitely do seem good, at least a little bit. Chieftain. sure. So I can pop the spell bomb to enable revolt right now. I think I want to. I would like to draw more action, and then Plague Engineer already kind of insulates me versus the combo. And then I'll kill this now, so it also gets exiled. Yeah, I agree. It feels more like a combo deck. Spell? That's a spell. So if they double block the Plague Engineer, I'll just Battle Rage. Don't think I'm wanting to fetch shock yet, but now they will just be dead next turn. Like, had I fetch shocked now, they'd be taking... Actually, wait, no, it was exactly lethal, but then they just block. Because they know they're dead to Battle Rage. Right, because this would be 8-8, it would hit for 16. So yeah, I guess I'm just stupid today. I need to, like, wake up. But yeah, I need to wake up. Why am I so bad? At least I'm realizing the mistakes. This one could be pretty costly though, because like now if they have a way to remove my engineer, they can hit me to 4. I'll order it like that. This has me dying to Fatal Push, but I think if I lose, I kind of just deserve it at that point. Alright, I promised to play tighter. That was so bad. Like, I had him just stone cold dead, they were tapped out, and I just, like, decided not to kill him. Alright, let's be better. Why do I have a notification from Spotify? Steam vents tapped. Alright, so I'm going to assume it's Temur Wreck. I don't think they would have kept the 7 in Blue-Red Prowess and then not had a turn 1 play. But I guess I don't really have to assume for long. So I'm going to Thoughtseize them. Could be Storm. It's Temur. Okay. So I was right there. They're gonna have a hard time dealing with my threats, which is nice. This Field of the Dead, though, could be problematic at some point. I may have to erase it. Play a Tarmogoyf. Shadow doesn't actually get to live yet. Next turn I can go Threat again. Or I can go Threat Inquisition. I gotta imagine Inquisition's gonna be pretty dead now. Because anything that it could take, they'd probably just be able to cast, given the rest of their hand is lands. It's Infinite Explorers. They played this land already too, huh? Ooh, that's a Battle Rage. Alright, I think I'm just going to turbo out all of my threats. So this will produce a 1/1. This will produce a 3/4, maybe even attacking for more next turn. Jam. Ooh, second snow-covered forest. Oh. Okay, well I just have the Titan. That's not good. There's still a world where we win with Temur Battle Rage. They'll be able to get 2 zombies here at a minimum. They only have 5 unique land names, so they have to get 2 more unique land names. So luckily they can't get 4 zombies there. Well, Cling ain't gonna do it. I guess it's a redraw, right? Doesn't really matter what I hit, as long as it's not the Planeswalker, I'd keep my glyphs large. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Jeez. Well, I guess I'm taking Summoner's Pact and leaving him with a Hydroid Crisis. So if they attack with Titan, and I like take 6, and I draw Red Source and have double Temur Battle Rage, there's a chance I win. I'll wait to see if I want to pay the 1 life after they attack. They just drew another Summoner's Pact. Yikes. I feel like that's happened a lot to me lately. Every time I take something, they'll just draw it immediately. Got a Dryad? Oh, I guess because now they can get Valakut. Everything is a mountain. So they can just bolt me 4 times with the Valakut. Put me to 0 before I even block. I'll make them show it to me. Yeah, that's the line. I am dead. Ashiok is great. Brutality gets the Pact, but that's kind of it. Don't think I want Damping Sphere. They're not playing any of the multi-mana producing lands except for Castle Garenbrig. I mean, the only card I really boarded in was Fulminator. And Ashiok. Ashiok's good. This counts permanents, right? Like I can companion this? Permanent cards? Yeah, okay, so I'm not companioning Laris. Let's take out Seal of Fire, that doesn't do much. Kling's probably fine because they could be playing Uro. And that's something I want to get rid of. I could see cutting like a Fatal Push. Maybe the Grim Flare. This Decay is probably fine for killing stuff like the 2/4 that makes that prismatic omens. But I mean, I have other answers in Dismember and Fatal Push, so I don't know if 6 answers is what I need. Maybe I just cut like a single Cling. Was the only thing this is good for is probably Uro. I'll give this a go. No turn 1 disruption, or even a good turn 2 play. But we do have the Ashiok and the Fulminator and the Abrupt Decay. So we're all answers. I think I'm going to Ashiok before Fulminatoring, because it'll shut off fetch lands. I still think I should be fetch shocking even though I don't have a shadow. If I draw one, I want it to be good. Then I'll target myself with Ashiok because I'm playing Traverse the Uvenwald, and I'm going to want to hopefully turn that on. Also, I don't want to get Veil of Summered, which would counter the activation. They could be playing Lightning Bolt, however unlikely. So I don't know if I want to actually put the Ashiok down the 3, but I guess now that choice is kind of made for me. Ooh, Grimflayer is nice. So I can Grimflayer and Abrupt Decay, they run in 6. Abrupt Decaying effectively meaning that they can't ping the Ashiok another time. Let's get the Overgrown Tomb before I mill it. Hopefully turning on Delirium here. Yep, we do. Don't want them to have a fetch land after killing the... Like, if they have the Bolt and they have a fetch land, then I really don't want this Renin 6 getting value. Having a Renin 6 in the graveyard doesn't matter as much. Alright. And I get to attack the Renin 6, which makes sure they can't ping it again. Shadow? Bobble. Prime time. Alright, so I am going to play Fulminator Mage, and then on their upkeep, I'll sacrifice it. Upkeep, so if they have another Veil of Summer, they don't draw a card off of it. Alright, so they get to Titan anyway, but they don't get to search. So I guess I'll just pass. If they attack their Primeval Titan at the Ashiok, I can block and then dismember. Their thing will be a 1/1. Hopefully they don't have another Veil of Summer. As a way to get around that, I can dismember before blocking. It is going there. Oh, I didn't have the stupid stop set. Alright, well I guess now I have to because I didn't have the stop set. Let me get that stop set. Yeah, and they had the veil. That's so stupid. So now I lose both. Yeah, if I had that stop set... This whole league has just been so sloppy. I apologize. Got another Titan. Yeah, this league has just been atrociously sloppy. I do need to play traditional Jund. Maybe I won't make so many mistakes. I mean, part of becoming better at Magic is being able to play multiple strategies, right? I'm trying to expand my horizons a little bit. Well, they're not playing Astrolabe. Oh, the companion Urian, I didn't even notice. So I can't exactly pull off the bubble trick because I don't have a fetch land. But if Sheerith draws Thoughtseize, then I guess I can use Bobble for some extra value. So it's like 5-color Niv. I'm gonna have to go fast. So I can get Overgrown Tomb here, going to 13, playing Tarmogoyf. They're unlikely to actually keep this trophy. Don't think I'm going to cycle the Street Wraith yet. I'll probably cycle it as early as next turn. If I were to draw like Inquisition or Thoughtseize, I'm probably still winning the Tarmogoyf here. I mentioned I have to go fast. I think that's still true. Alright, so they're not drawing this trophy. Yeah. So one of the benefits to holding this Street Wraith means they may be inclined to target my Street Wraith to shrink Goyfs, but then we've got a backup. Alternatively, I could just Seal of Fire them now. They may just target the Seal of Fire though. I think now I will cycle Street Wraith, because if I draw Inquisition or Thoughtseize, I'm probably going to want to cast it. Alright, and there's Thoughtseize. Then I'll probably just play second Tarmogoyf. Take the Bloodbraid. Go. This is going okay, all things considered. So they're likely to eat my sorcery, because that takes a type out of the yard. Seal of Fire will add another, which means I'm hitting them for 10 next turn, if you count 4 from each Goyf and then 2 from the Seal. Which means if we draw a red source, they just die, because then I can Temur Battle Rage. Well, actually, Temur Battle Rage also adds a type, doesn't it? It adds instant. They exile the land? Okay. Oh, they're just going to Niv now. I see. Alright, what do you hit? Alright, so they're not getting Stomping Ground or Misty, or Watery Grave, or Abundant Growth, or they're getting Decay. They can't get 2 Helixes, they can't get Bone Crusher, they can't get land. So this is their 5-card hands. We know of 6, but the Urion's not actually in the hand. So I think they still just die if we hit a red land. Red land. Red land. There we go. Alright, so let's double check this math. Seal of Fire adds enchantment. Temur Battle Rage adds instant. Which means we have a 6/6 with double strike. And then the Seal of Fire does the last 2. I think they're dead. Sweet. So the go fast plan turns out to be the plan that takes it. If we have one less attack with the Tarmogoyf, we don't win that game. Alright, so unfortunately I don't see a whole lot that's going to be strong against them, with the exception of probably Fulminator Mage. If my only good sideboard card is Fulminator Mage, and it's not even that great, I think this is the kind of match where I'm supposed to Companion Lurrus, which would have me taking out 5 cards. What would I bring in if I'm bringing in 5? I guess Kolaghan's Command can come in. Ashiok cannot come in. It could be Spell Bombs. Like, it could be these 5 for these 5, Companion to Lurrus. Let's give it a shot. So this is 60. So if I put this in, this will go red, right? Okay. So yeah, so this is the legal way to do it. Don't think I want Veil of Summer. Can't play Plague Engineer. Brutality, I guess, is an option. I think I like these more. Maybe Brutality is better than all of the Fatal Pushes. Like maybe just like a 1-for-1 change. They're probably playing birds and the like. I cannot play Ashiok because I plan on companioning Lurrus. Lurrus says I can't play permanents with more than 3 converted mana cost, and Ashiok is 3. I think companioning Lurrus is going to be better than playing the Ashiok. Like, it stops their fetches, but not much else, right? Don't think this hand's gonna do it. So I can Fetch Shock a Blood Crypt, play Seal of Fire. I can plan on targeting myself. Tapping Peatland only puts me to 14, though. I can't even get a Shadow out that way. This is better. I think I'm just going to bottom the Spell Bomb and keep the threats. Anybody getting 3 months ago flashbacks? Good old Lurrus versus Yuri in action. Well, I'm glad I left in some Fatal Pushes. It'd be nice to draw one. Okay, we don't. So Verdant is the best fetch in the deck because it gets both of our basics. So I'll lead on the Myers. Bet they didn't expect their bird to live. I didn't think that far ahead. I didn't expect to get this far. Uh-huh. Wow. Creatures, cards, and graveyards can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards. Yep. Luckily, I wasn't really planning on doing any of that anyway. Actually, that's kind of a lie, because I have the Lurrus. Can't cast spells from graveyards. Yes, that stops the Lurrus. I think I'll just untap before fetching. I probably want to lose life anyway. I mean, I guess I'm just going to play Tarmogoyf here. And then next turn I can Inquisition plus another threat. So let's Blood Crypt. Say yes. Let's Overgrown Tomb. Say yes. I could Grimflayer instead, but Tarmogoyf is probably going to be able to stonewall the Kunaros faster. It does have menace, I'm aware. You got 5 mana. In comes Urian. Well, I mean, that's probably one of the better things I could have hoped for. Is this a Helix? That's gonna work. Rude. Alright, so if they hit me to 11, Shadow will be a 2-2. I can fetch Shock to make it a 5-5. I still won't be able to block it. So I could go Death Shadow Grimflayer, or I could go Shadow Inquisition, or I can go Grimflayer Inquisition. So let's think here. If I fetch Shock, go to 8, play Shadow, it's a 5-5. I would still have to double block, which means I'm throwing away a Grimflayer to kill it. If they've got removal, I just can't kill it. I would go to 5. Alternatively, I could go to 6. Don't know that 6 is much different than 5. I'm still dead to a hit plus something like a Lightning Helix. I think I'm just going to try to advance my board. And I guess this means I should probably fetch Shock, that way they can't just Lightning Helix the Shadow. Right? Because just shocking puts me at 9. No, because they know that would be a 4-4. So that still works. Then next turn I can Kolaghan's Command plus Inquisition. Use my mana as efficiently as possible. I mean, they had access to 5 mana that turn, so it's possible they don't have anything better to do. Like, they obviously don't have the Niv-to-Light. They had done it. Yeah, they can green, blue, black, red, white. Playing a 4-5 with flying would be annoying here. Another Helix. Maybe not. That's a good sign. Kind of strange that they did that instead of just playing a Urian, right? Just advance the board. I guess they want to actually get value out of their Urian, but a 4-5 when I'm at 9 may actually be relevant. True, Poisonly. Death Shadow is tricky. I've made quite a few mistakes already this league. I'm thinking about doing another league after this one. This is round 4. Because it always feels bad to like get through a league and realize you could have done like 20 million things better. I've got many hours into Grixis Shadow. I've put up results in paper with Grixis Shadow before. I got invited to a Star City Games Invitational through a Modern Classic playing Grixis Shadow.
Yeah, no stubborn denial here. Kind of rough, right? Alright, so between Kolaghan's Command and Inquisition, we will get Delirium. So let's just lead here and see where we are. Missed. I don't know that I'm better than you, but I definitely got luckier at least one event, right? Alright, so what does an attack all look like here? Maybe I can trick them into having their Kunaros die. Alright, so they still only have one Urian and they only have one Niv, so this is their hand. Alright, so if I attack all and add instant, like I'm not super afraid of this thing hitting me one more time. I can't buy back Tarmogoyf because that'll take a card type out of my yard, and then oh, this is gonna work. Cool. I was gonna say it'll take a card type out of my yard, which means our Grim Flare won't actually win in combat. I think I'll just get Forest. Forest is like the worst land though. It's probably safer to just get some. You know, I've got so much black. I'll get the green. All right, so these modes will be, I guess, 2 to you. You discard. Or oh, I want to kill the elf, right? The bird, because then it can't block. They may end up being forced to block with a Niv at some point if the shadow gets large enough. So I'll do 2 to this. Have you discard. Alright, we even get a trigger. That's gotta be fun. Alright, so let me not mess this up. So I click cards that I want to put in the yard, and then I click OK, and then I reorder the top. I've messed this up before, so let me not mess it up now. So I can Spell Bomb next turn into a Death Shadow. Does having their graveyard disappear provide me any benefits? I actually think I don't want the Spell Bomb because I want to play the Shadow next turn, and pay 3 to put Lurrus in my hand. So I think I'll bin the Spell Bomb because that'll be something I can cast with Lurrus if I want to. And then I say, okay, then I'll put this on top. Go. We play one Lurrus in the main, and we have the option of sideboarding such that Lurrus becomes the companion, which is what I've done since this matchup is so grindy. The only thing I have to do in order to make that a legal play is take out the Street Wraiths. Yeah. I take out the Lurrus and I take out the Street Wraiths. I figured that maybe turboing out a Shadow is less powerful than just having access to a recurrable source of advantage of cards. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. All right, so they played the Niv. They did not get Verdant. They did get Ego. They did get Guile. They did not get this. They did not get this. They got that. They got that. They got that. They got that. Wow, they got a lot of stuff. They didn't get one of these things. Oh, they had to choose between Trophy and Decay. Which one do they have? They put Abrupt Decay into their hands. They don't have Trophy. What's up, Nick? How's it going? Yeah, Poisonly. It's real good that Astrolabe isn't a thing anymore. Alright, so they've got infinite removal now, which is kind of problematic. They're going to get to Kaya's Guile and Abrupt Decay something. They could even bring to light for something ridiculous. So playing Fetch Land here means that I get to attack through the Niv. The issue there is that puts me at 7, and then I'm dead to an attack, plus just getting pinged by a Renin 6. I mean, I still think I play the lands to threaten the attack. Like, I can just play the land, attack, and then if they don't block... Like, if they don't block, I could just not sack it, but this still gets in for 5. So I'll attack, and then if they block, I don't die to the Ren and 6 ping anymore. So I'm pretty sure playing the land pre-combat is correct. Glad to hear you're doing well, Nick. Alright, so they don't block, which means I cannot sack, because then I just die to the Ren and 6. Alright, so then I can play a Death Shadow. And then put Ren and 6 in my hand. Sorry, put Luris into my hand. I think I said Ren and 6, didn't I? And like I could fetch here to play a spell bomb now, but then I still die, and then I have the same problem of I lose to just getting pinged by the Ren and 6 that I know about. All right, can you kill me? They can certainly do a lot. So this makes me sack a creature, right? Oh, I accidentally just cleared it. Oops. I'll just look it up. Kaya's Guile. So the modes are: each opponent sacrifices a creature, or exile all cards from a graveyard, or make a 1/1 with flying, or gain 4 life. Choose 2. And they can entwine it to pick all of them for 6 mana total, which they have if they want. Don't think I'm winning this game. They'd have to do something pretty stupid to lose. It's like just based off of what I know. Oh, the Guile's still here. Oh, they had revealed 2, didn't they? I am not back home. I have an internship in town, so I'm sticking around for a little while. Very briefly, I will have 2 11/11s. So just based off of what I know they have, they can Abrupt Decay one of the shadows. They can Kaya's Guile, which will make me sacrifice Grimflayer, which means I've got an 11/11. There goes that. Yep. And then Kaya's Guile will also give them a 1/1, which means they can block the shadow. I'm gonna need Temur Battle Rage or a removal spell, I think. So Decay is gone. They could Ego and get rid of the Luris, but that's not gonna do anything. I'm either winning on my turn or I'm losing on my turn. How's your quarantining going, Nick? Say okay to this. Sacrifice a creature. This one. Alright, so I mean, if I find removal, I do kill them. Because I can fetch, make myself have a 12/12. I guess that means I should just fetch now, right? Take a land out of the deck. Alright, if I find removal, you die. Oh, your internship's paying well. That's always good to hear. Alright, so I guess I'll get Stomping Ground here. It doesn't matter a whole lot. Alright, come on, removal. Can I rip it? Beyblade, let it rip! Damn it. Um... Darn. So I just died of the Niv now. The Luris doesn't actually get me out of it. Yeah. Like I could play Spellbomb and sack it, but I'm short the mana if I draw the removal. Yeah. Should I do it anyway just so we can experience the field bads? Yeah, I mean I even have the land, but I'm at 1. Alright, ready for the removal off the top now that we can't cast it? Oh, okay, at least we weren't drawing it, right? At least we weren't drawing it. Alright, well we got a game 3. I could have like drawn cards after the game ended just to see how bad luck we were gonna have, but I'm not gonna do that to myself. How sick would it have been though to win that game? Don't think I'm changing anything. I guess like the considerations are only Fatal Push and Collective Brutality. It's possible that... You know what? I'm going to actually bring in the Fatal Push. I'm going to take out the Clings. I think Cling is probably worse than Spellbomb, specifically because we're companioning Luris. Like, if we weren't companioning Luris, the Cling's probably better. I mean, we're short a card now, though, right? Oh, I was going to bring in another thing to kill the thing, right? Like this can take Helixes, it can take Bring to Light, it can take Kaya's Guile. There are a lot of good targets for the brutality. You sleeved Jund Shadow yesterday? How'd you like it? Reveal Luris. Let's see a nutty 7. This is... I keep on getting these really weird 7s where like they're so hard to mulligan, but I feel like you just have to. Like this has turn 2 Goyf, but it has no disruption, and Battle Rage isn't even a card until like turn 4 or 5. And then there's this hand. I mean, this hand's actually fine. I think I'm going to keep the Bauble, because it keeps Goyf large. Can bottom that. And I guess this. I'll have Overgrown Tomb, Blood Crypt. You're new to Death Shadow. I mean, I don't think we made any health mistakes that game. We just died by pretty much Xaxes. Alright, so... Bauble you to give me information on the Inquisition. Utopia Sprawl on top. Jeez. I don't have the Street Race to do the fancy trick with, so it's not really capable to scry with. So Overgrown Tomb, say yes. They've got 2 red and 6s, Saheeli, Rai, Oath of Nissa, Abundant Growth. Well, they're probably not Oath of Nissa-ing, because we know they're going to play an Accelerant now. Accelerant means they get to play turn 2 Saheeli Rai, so maybe we just take that. The red and 6s don't actually have value to get back. I mean, this is a hand we can beat with just one Tarmogoyf if we get lucky. We even have a Planeswalker in the yard already. Dismembers are going to be okay. They'll get a blocker out of the way. They're just oathing? Interesting. Oh, you were mentioning how you were making life mistakes yesterday. In your tournament. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. You have fancy Death Shadow signatures. That's pretty sweet. All right, so they revealed a bird. Yeah, I can pull up the link. I'll pull it up after I'm done here. Yep. There goes the abundant growth. Oh, did they not hit a land? Is that why they oathed first? They're digging for a land? That would be absurd if they still missed it. They still missed it? So you're telling me there's a chance. Alright, so I have a weird play here. Alright, I'm going to have to look up a rules interaction real quick. So my funky play is I would like to dismember my own Tarmogoyf. That will add instant, which means it'll be a 5/6 and reduce down to a 1/1, which will enable Delirium, which can then traverse for a shadow. I know it works with Lightning Bolt because it's like a state-based actions thing. I'm assuming this works the same way, right? Like, I want to be sure before I just like throw this away. Yeah, it works? Okay, I'll go for it. It's a pretty cute play. Alright, so let's dismember the Goyf. Life, this. Alright, so we'll have an 0/1. Watch this not work, or watch it be bugged if it's supposed to. But I'm pretty sure this does work. It works? Okay. Yeah, okay, it worked. I didn't doubt you, I just doubted myself there. Alright, so now we'll traverse. And we can play a 2/2 Death Shadow. I mean, this is ideally how we win a game to 5, a mull to 5, right? They miss a land drop. I doubted the client. I doubted myself and the client. And like both of those things together didn't make me feel very confident. Yeah, I mean, we're applying pressure and the opponent missed a land drop. They're dead in 2 turns. We don't even have to do anything else, and they're dead in 2 turns. Ronin 6 isn't going to save them. Bird is just a chump blocker, but they're also missing mana, so they don't want a chump block. Bring the Light isn't going to happen for a while. That only hits Forest, so they have to tap a land to play it, which means they're not playing Bird. Yeah, good paying engineering internships are good ways to to buy into expensive Magic decks. I suppose that's true. Ooh. Alright, so that only hits them for 12 currently. So I think I should just hold it. Is there benefit to doing it now? If I do it now, either threat is lethal next turn. You were thinking about TBR? So I think it might be right to do it now. I highly doubt they're playing Path to Exile. Because like if I do it now on the Goyf, that's 10 plus 2 is 12. Then either threat next turn is lethal. If they Helix a Death Shadow, for example, they go to 5 and they still just die. Although if they play a blocker, I'll want the Battle Rage to get through it. What about Supreme Verdict? I don't think they play Supreme Verdict, do they? Because it's double white and they can't get it off of Niv? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'll look it up real fast. Niv... I guess it's Niv Dash Mizzet. Niv Mizzet Reborn. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. I guess you could take Supreme Verdict then. So I mean, that would be a reason to Temur Battle Rage now, because then I can't. Yeah, I'll do it now. Yeah, because like then I have Kolaghan's Command as an out to just kill them, because they'll be at 2. Like, they need to play 2 things to not just die. We do think alike, it appears. So we drew Lava Axe for the turn. Is this the Helix? They're making... Oh, they just... Okay, cool. Whew! Did it. Is it the flavor text on Lava Axe where the flavor text is just catch? It's like Lava Axe, catch! Nice indeed. Alright, let's see if we can get a nutty opener. It's not nutty, but it's good. Keep. I guess I'll fetch Shock Overgrown Tomb first. Take a land out of the deck. I don't really want any more if I can avoid it. Then I guess if I draw Thoughtseize, there's a chance that I want to play that. Or if I draw Bobble... I guess no, it doesn't matter. If I draw Bobble, I can make a slightly more informed decision. As for Told combo. Jeez. Alright, well I think I'll just take the As for Told. I can take the Teferi next turn. I think the As for Tolds are probably going to be more problematic in the long run. So like if they were to draw like another As for Told, I definitely would want to take that. But as it stands now, I'm just going to play a Tarmogoyf. And then I can try to Inquisition to make sure that the Teferi can't interact with the Goyf. So like next turn I'll like attack, play Inquisition, play Grimflare. What do I call nutty? Thoughtseize, Street Wraith, Shadow, and like more disruption. Like this hand's above average, but it's not the nuts, you know. Ooh, Thoughtseize is really good. Thoughtseize means I can Thoughtseize, Inquisition, and play a Shadow. Just tear them apart even more. So I guess I'll Inquisition first, because if their hand's all lands, then I may just want to play the Grimflare. Time Warp. Alright, well they're kind of far from the Time Warp, so I think I will just play a Grimflare. And the next turn I can go Shadow Thoughtseize. You agree? Man, get out of my head. Like, if we draw a fetch land, there's a chance Shadow attacks faster. Yeah, I mean, filtering the draws is only going to matter for, it looks like, 1 turn. But, I mean, ooh, that was really, really good. Start there. Yeah, this game's pretty much won. See, this game has evolved into the nuts. I guess I should just Thoughtseize again. Is there even a reason to Thoughtseize again? They can't Time Warp next turn. And like I could Thoughtseize to like take a Cryptic or something. They're mismatched because I own 2 of them on Magic Online and the other 2 are for mana traders. So that's not a choice. I would never do that to you. Oh, Battle Rage. Alright, so that's going dead. This is going dead. I honestly think this is going dead too. Like any number of our threats are lethal. Yeah, I'll bin them all. They could Verdict, which would be painful. But then if they draw like a Path or something, that also makes it bad. Same thing with Little Teferi. So I think I'll play it out. Opponent said LOL to something. Alright, I'll be back in about 10 seconds to sideboard. Alright. So we're playing against what again? I already forgot. Blue-white taking turns. Damping Sphere? I guess Fulminator Mage could be okay. They don't really search a lot, but they could be like a Mystic Sanctuary deck. They probably are, and Ashiok stops that. They probably have counter spells, which makes Veil good. Brutality takes all the turn spells. Yeah, blue-white as foretold. I think all of these cards are going to be good. Not that. I could probably take out Clings. Sphere, I mean, if they're trying to go off taking turns, I guess that doesn't really even help it, right? Because like each turn is a new turn, right? Yeah, Fatal Push is bad. I agree. Dismember is looking pretty bad too. That has us at 61. I mean, it's possible that Cling is just better than the Damping Spheres because it redraws. And like they could be playing Mystic Sanctuaries too. In fact, I already predicted that they probably are, so maybe I bring in a Cling for that reason. This could be a Spellbomb matchup. You know, Seal of Fire isn't looking very good either. I think I'm probably just going to want to play the other Cling over it. Let's give this a go. You guys have the eagle eyes. Nutty go. Yes. Let's see the nuts. Nuts. I want to see some nuts. Not exactly nutty. It sounds close, believe it or not. It's. I think it might be missing too much. Like, we're missing threats and we're missing lands. Yeah, man, probes are good. I actually have a funny story involving probe that happened recently. I'll get to it as soon as I'm not thinking about something. This is nutty. This sounds quite good. I think I'm going to want the Battle Rage to win a race. Alright, so my story is, I was helping my friend test for Star City Games' no ban list modern event. And I could just end the story there. You could just I'll let you use your imagination. But basically what was happening was he was having me play Grixis Shadow, and I think I played a 7/7 on turn 1. I went probe you, probe you, probe you. And like obviously all these are like redrawing, and I want to like in response to the last probe, I'll like misstep my probe, misstep my own misstep, like fetch shock, shadow, go. It was pretty fun. Yes, that's the reaction I had too. So I think I'm gonna bobble them to be slightly more informed on this Thoughtseize. I don't have a shadow, so I think it's actually completely possible I want to Inquisition first. Because if they have like little Teferi, I think I'm going to want to take it. But I may want to take a Time Warp later. Search for Ascanta or Snapcaster Mage. I mean, my Glyph's going to be bigger than the searches, and as far as I know, the only things they have to flash back cost a lot of mana. This might just be like one of their win cons to take their extra turns with. I'll take a search. I can see that being completely wrong, though. It's just their best thing to do on the upcoming turn, which was my reasoning. Like, the Snapcaster is not going to be good for at least another couple turns. And we even have a Cling now, so now the Snapcaster just isn't good. What is this? Put a storage against the storage land. Wow. And that was not the draw. They had that already. Alright, and as I say, I'm going to play to not... Because I don't have a shadow, there's a shadow. Remind me what this does. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn. It's got cycling. So now I can fetch shock Thoughtseize. That has me taking a total of 5, going to 12, which means I can play a 1-1. I mean, Glyph is just bigger, faster. Yeah, I have to buy Clings too. In paper, yeah. I'm assuming you mean in paper. Yeah, they're like 10 cents online. Just flashing in a snap? Wow, that's aggressive. They're trying to get their win con down. Miracle of Terminus? Well, they actually can't cast it though, right? Because they don't have white. Thanks for showing it to me, though, I guess. So I think they're just blocking here. So maybe I'll let them make that decision before I Thoughtseize them. I'll be going down to 2 and then playing a 1-1. Alright, they don't block. That's good. Alright, so I have to do this before I play the shadow. I mean, I guess I just take their Time Warp. They're far off from everything else. Don't care about one fog that cycles. They'll probably just cycle it this turn. And I'll play a 1-1. Not going to play around Terminus number 2. Alright, so we still know the hand. Don't think I'm going to commit a third creature. Fetch land? Hey. So that's pretty good because that means our shadow gets large in combat. That may make them want to use their fog. Which also means they have to use their storage counter. Is there a chance I want to cast 2 red spells in a turn? The only other red spell in my deck is the other Temur Battle Rage, so I don't think I will. I think I'm good getting Overgrown Tomb here. So now do I play other Death's Shadow? Probably not, because it's really bad versus sweepers, and like I can already threaten lethal next turn with the Battle Rage. Yeah, I mean, like if they flip a Terminus here, I can just fall so far behind. Well, that's not the miracle spell I was thinking of, but it's a miracle spell. Because like if they Terminus here and they don't just start taking a bunch of extra turns, I'll at least have a backup threat. At least that's my reasoning. So they don't have that. Another filter. Not filter, storage land. I'm thinking about whether or not I want to just cling here for a redraw. I think I do. Snapcaster doesn't provide anything meaningful yet. Let's just get their Time Warp out of here. It's not taking sorcery out of the yard, so this should be fine. Ooh, Ashiok. That's good. So we've got 10 right now. I think I want to get this Ashiok down. They have to be scared of burn spells if they take this damage. So I think this may cause them to use their Angel Song. And then if they use their Angel Song, we can Ashiok. Storage counter. Are they gonna Archmage's Charm? Steal a Shadow? Assuming they're making white here. Alright, so they are Angel Songing. So it's just a fog. So now we can Ashiok. Bobble. So they are adding enchantment for us. So I guess I'll just wait on this. I think I should probably activate the Ashiok though. They don't have anything to actually buy back though. I guess they can buy back a fog. Yeah, I'll Ashiok. And I'll just target myself at that point. Yeah, 5/6 is fine. I think I actually target them. Yeah, I'll target them. Like, there's a chance we mill something cool that they need to help combo off. What did we even hit? We hit another Terminus. They had a Terminus on top. Wow, that was clutch. I guess we could have bobbled to see it. Yeah, I don't play Croxus, but I do play Delirium. I've already got the Delirium, though. Targeting myself also makes Cling Dust better because I can escape it more. I don't think the game is going to come to that, though. Is this a, this is their Terminus now? Nexusing? Sure. So we know their hand is Terminus. Let's see what they're drawing. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Alright, well, they have to Terminus here. They don't have white now, though. I guess they... Wow, so actually using Ashiok kind of bit us, right? Because if they unsummon a shadow, we don't necessarily have a way to get up to 6 power to Battle Rage and kill them. They can Terminus hard casting at next turn. So I mean, I have to Ashiok here, and like if I hit card types number 5 and 6, then I get to win. Land is not one of those types. What do I even play? I could hit my other Planeswalker. I have instant land source. I don't have creature yet. If I hit like creature and Planeswalker, I do just win. I guess I could take a land out of my deck before that happens. Yeah, I took out Seal of Fire, so enchantment is not a possibility. So my shadows are currently 5/5, so I need to take damage here, so that way shadow plus 1 Battle Rage is lethal. Alright, so let's just see if we can spike it and get lucky. Nope, 1 off. Alright, well they may end up taking extra turns here. So I think I need to kill the Jace. We're 1 off of killing him. We can put him to 2, but 2 is not dead. And now we have the tricky decision of, do we play a shadow into the Terminus that we know about? Because they're not actually forced to play the Terminus. I think I'm going to force them to play the Terminus. I know they're both going to get swept. We did add Planeswalker though, so this could be wrong. Let's see. So now they have to Terminus. They're going to remove both of their charge counters to do it. Yeah, he would be forced. Well, he's actually not forced to because he doesn't know about Temur Battle Rage. And they scoop. Cool. Wait, I get qualifier points for 3/2s now? Oh, this is a different kind of qualifier point, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it's a different kind of qualifier point. I don't know what the difference between these and these are. Oh, you wanted me to like click this link? You're not about to give me a virus, are you? Oh, that's sick. I gotta show him off, right? You want me to show him off? Give you a little... that's as much as you get right there. No, I'm kidding. Oop, where'd it go? There. That's pretty sick. I've seen the shadow signatures before, but never with the blood splatter. That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. Oh, you sent me a different link for the Thoughtseizes? Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I vibe with that. They're even Japanese. What is this though? This is Eternal Masters. Or Modern Masters or whatever, right? That's fine. I just dig original art in general. You're into Japanese sign? That's fair. I'm into signatures. My thing is I really like original printings. So when I get paper cards, I try my best to make them original printing, unless I'm like building like a for fun commander deck just to like play with some friends. But anytime I build a like a modern deck, I always go for original printings. All right, let's see. What time is it? It is currently 10:43. All right, so I'm going to end this recording. Usually I do a wrap up of how I felt about the deck. I did not create this deck. This was straight 1-for-1 copied from Reid Duke, a list that he did really well with about a week ago now. Maybe it was like 4 or 5 days, not entirely sure. But yeah, it felt pretty smooth to me. I never had the Seal of Fire come up. I did use it once to actually add a type to exact see an opponent with the Tarmogoyf, adding the enchantment came in key there, but I never like looped it with Lurrus or anything cool like that. I do need to take care of my doggo, and I need to eat. So I think I will go offline, but I think I'll be back on in about 20 minutes. I don't have like a be right back screen or anything like that. So I'm going to stop the recording first. If you're watching the recording, thanks for stopping by, and like and subscribe for more content like this. Until then, see you next time. So